I'll cut off your nutsack and nail it to my door! Like one of those lion door knockers rich folks got! That will be your balls!
Surprisingly, the source of this isn't some random 2-minute shit-ass animation on the internet. This came from a 2-hour and 15-minute long movie that took 5 years to make. And me and a couple friends watched it for shits and giggles, and all we could say, this is one of the worst things we have ever seen. So, I got the idea of, hey, I'm gonna do a video about this. It'll be funny. A little trolling. And the only other person to do a video about this was a brony with a shit-ass microphone that reminds me of that one guy that talked about the Bob the Builder reboot. So, any of you guys heard about Dumbsville? Check it. Yo, I hit the jewel and got some gold. I sold Lil Steve, I could never sell my soul. I went in LA and find me out in Little Toll. Coca Boca, my ramen, I'm gonna need another bowl, let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna spam you with 2020 humor and Metal Gear references, let's just get into this Spurg shit. So I mentioned earlier, me and some of my friends on Discord watched this for laughs because, no shit, this movie is faggot shit. I'd rather watch Food Fight than sit for this shit again because I'm not lying when I say I needed a team to watch this. It's just that mind-numbing. And what I can say about the first bit of this movie, it's not even its own movie. For the first part, it uses some 50s animation intermission that's probably copyrighted. Some ad for a compilation of trains and planes because autism. The footage for this was taken in Florida. Along with an ad for a Go Animate movie. And after all that garbage, we'll get to the first bit of animation in this film, which is a pink rabbit standing still and doing some critic dodging. I'll get into why this scene exists later.
Sussy bunker.
And then they try recreating the Regal Films roller coaster bumper button planet coaster. Did they deadass think this shit was going to be shown in a fucking cinema?
I want my money back.
And right into the movie, barely anything hooks you in. It's just a bunch of awkward filler and fat fetish fox junk for about 30 minutes. Nothing happens for 30 minutes until some squirrel criminals come onto the scene and do a little trolling to the main cast. And then the main cast trolls the squirrels back and do some Sonic.exe Go Animate shit to them. And then more nothing happens, and then the squirrels go to a school to do a little bit of trolling and do a fucking speech about how it was wrong. And then the non-existent plot just goes into a downward spiral.
Look at the city slicker pulling up in his fancy German car.
Sneed.
And then it leads into more sussy furry fetish material.
That's a huge bitch!
This Parappa the Rapper knockoff is supposed to be 10 years old, by the way. And then this movie, I kid you not, just turns into an anime ripoff. The main squirrels from earlier pilot a mecha and just start destroying the city. And then the main cast and a shitload of randos from earlier are just confronting the squirrel and being like, you did it bad, you're in big trouble, you're going to jail now. And then some Cold Steel looking ass furry comes out of nowhere and does an anime reference to Gurren Lagann to kill some cat dude named Sargon. I cannot make this shit up, it's just that fucking batshit insane. And then they have some metal ceremony that drags on for way too long. And then a dance sequence that makes me want to rip my eyes out of their sockets. Along with some unused animations and a horrible song that... Well, I'll just let my friend Torino Bird say it.
Bruh, this shit sounds like music from Cruelty Squad.
Are you lucky to be seeing your favorite friends in the forest where the bleed never ends? Hanging out.
So to be redundant, no shit, this is a bad film. The story is barely even there, it's just a bunch of filler, softcore fetish trash, and then at the end of the movie, what the fuck is even happening anymore? The animation is stiff as fuck and mostly relies on zoom-in shots when nobody is moving on screen. The only thing you're going to be seeing moving in this movie are characters' mouths by 2 frames per second. I'm also not going to leave out that this movie uses characters from other properties. Sylvester from Looney Tunes appears for about a few seconds, along with some characters from a PBS kids show called Nature Cat. I had to look up a PBS kids show for this goddamn movie. What the fuck?
Those Chipmunk, Vander, and Vaden have gone rogue!
Send for the
Nope.
Also, you remember that pink rabbit we saw earlier going on a whole entire critic dodging rant? Yeah, apparently along with this shit show taking 5 years to make, it was made by a bunch of pedos with an inflation fetish. Like that's even a surprise anymore. Ugh. Daniel Paul Lyons, the main man behind this show and the one with the focus on putting his fetishes into said animations. Alexander Andrew Mortison, a tryhard edgelord that often spurgs out in suicide baits. And Darren Alexander Nicholas, aka Pip Pip, a man so spastic they need a lullaby to calm themselves down. I am not even joking about that part, it's on the Kiwi thread. So yeah, all 3 of these short bus writers have been known for grooming. Sending dick pics to someone saying that they were 15 years old, making not safe for work of characters that were confirmed to be underage. Bruh, they have all the qualifications for autismo groomers. I can make a fucking bingo off these guys. Hell, this isn't even the end of the list of the despicable shit that these 3 have done. Heard all 3 of these creepers try to groom a 13-year-old because they thought they were cute. And that Darren dude wanted to put a sex scene into the movie because they wanted to get some 15-year-old hard. Yeah, this shit is incredibly fucked up, and knowing how groomers work, their ideas are probably going to spread to their victims, and more creepers are in their Discord server. Probably ones we don't even know about. So yeah, this video isn't just me mocking some shit-ass movie I found on the internet. It's also me calling out these DeviantArt creeps. This Rodfellows shit is like looking at Blue Cat Riolo, but split into 3 separate flavors of autism. I'll be linking more info about this Rodfellows stuff below, because all I can really do right now is signal boost the info about these creeps, and the creepy community that they've made. I'm SilverFox1232, and fuck this shit-ass Bedfellows bootleg.